Ladies and gentlemen, another update on Miya Ponsetto. Now, if you remember, about a month ago, I did a video on her and she was able to work out a plea deal, which, in my opinion, if you do something to an underage child, there should be no plea deal. And your butt is an adult too? No, there should never be a plea deal. And what she did, I would never have let her off the hook. But see, this is America. America is very unconcerned about putting the right people in jail, and they're not concerned about letting violent criminals stay free. And this is how they run their system. That's why it will never be any good. And these folks got the nerve to believe that this whole place is going to, just shut down. And then a new system is going to come along and they're going to be running that too. Woo! Woo! Some people just don't live in reality. So let's get to this, ladies and gentlemen. Woman who falsely accused black teen of stealing cell phone pleads guilty to hate crime. Now, about last June, she was charged, and I believe it was in the spring of last year, and she pled not guilty to these charges. Now she's pleading guilty, and that's only because she got a plea deal. And I don't think that should have ever been done. But y'all never forget that not long after she did her interview with Gail King, Keon Jr.'s parents filed civil charges on her. So she's nowhere near at the end of her journey through the legal system. So even after this is said and done, she's still got to get through that civil suit. All right, a woman who attacked a black teen at a luxury New York City hotel after falsely accusing him of stealing her cell phone has pled guilty to hate crime charges. Miya Ponsetto, 23, was charged with child endangerment, attempted assault, attempted robbery, and grand larceny after she wrongly accused and physically attacked the 14-year-old son of winning trumpet player Keon Harold. And this was on December 26, 2020. I don't think any of us will ever forget that. We will never forget it. Okay, so this is where Harold Sr. and his family were staying at the time. In a video recorded by Harold, a woman later identified by authorities as Ponsetto could be seen yelling at the teen and lunging at him. Harold's son could be heard denying that he stole the phone, as numerous witnesses attempted to intervene. Ponsetto's cell phone was later found by an Uber driver. National civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is representing the Harold family, announced after the incident. Ponsetto was arrested on January 7th. If you remember, she got out of New York and was able to fly back to California where she lives. Her father actually lives in New York. That's why she was there visiting her dad. So she was arrested in her hometown of Piru, California, after fleeing from Ventura County Sheriff's Department deputies after they tried to make a traffic stop on a fugitive warrant for her arrest, officials said. The next day, she agreed to be extradited to New York. And she actually fought those deputies. Now, under those same circumstances, if it's any of us from the community, you would have been killed. But she fought with the deputies, and you see she's still alive. So in their eyes, she is white. She sure been getting a white girl treatment through this entire case. So on Monday, she pled guilty to unlawful imprisonment as a hate crime. Ponsetto apologized for her actions in an interview with CBS This Morning that aired January 2021. Yeah, and that's when she was acting all flippant and everything. And you all remember that interview with Gayle King. And that's what prompted his parents to file the civil charges on her. I don't feel that that's who I am as a person. I don't feel like this one mistake does define me, she said during the interview, which was filmed shortly before her arrest. But I do sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, apologize if I made the son feel as if I assaulted him, or if his feelings were hurt, or his father's feeling. What kind of damn apology is that? Oh boy. Ponsetto's former attorney said in a statement to ABC on January 2021 that she was extremely concerned about Ponsetto's mental state. So, getting her all set up and prompt for mental illness. You know how they play that game in this country. It is clear that she is emotionally unwell. This is what her attorney, well, she doesn't have that attorney anymore. Ponsetto was previously arrested in California 3 times in 2020. In February 2020, she was arrested for public intoxication. And her mother is also a drunk. And it is not unusual for these two to be out drunk and loud and rowdy and get arrested. And so that was February 2020, public intoxication, after getting into a fight outside a hotel, charging documents show. So in May 2021, she was charged with driving under the influence after someone called police when they saw her get into a car leaving a grocery store while apparently intoxicated. Police found open containers of alcohol and marijuana in her car when they pulled her over, according to charging documents. Ponsetto was arrested a third time in October 2020 after she allegedly got into a physical altercation with her mother after leaving her car abandoned at a nearby intersection, and then tackled a responding officer to the ground. So she got a history of tackling people down to the ground. Now, again, she did this to an officer and she lived. All right. She was charged with DUI, driving on a suspended license, and resisting arrest. And her blood alcohol limit was 0.14, almost twice the legal limit, police said. Well, how come those were her charges and she did not get charged for tackling a cop? They didn't even put that on her. They didn't even put those charges on her. See, we already know when it comes down to policing, y'all pretty much do whatever you want. You don't care whether you are excluding some of the charges or not. Y'all don't have no concern about that. In a statement Monday, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg described Ponsetto's behavior at the New York hotel outrageous. As a black man, I have personally experienced racial profiling countless times in my life, and I sympathize with the young man victimized in this incident, Bragg said. This plea ensures appropriate accountability for Ms. Ponsetto by addressing underlying causes for her behavior and ensuring this conduct does not reoccur. Currently, Ponsetto faces up to 4 years in prison, but can plead down to a misdemeanor after abiding by the terms of her probation in a separate case in California for the next 2 years. Well, I don't believe she should be allowed to plead down. I mean, you're talking about three arrests plus this one, that's four. I mean, how many damn times are you going to give the same person that keeps acting out another chance? So ABC could not immediately reach an attorney for Ponsetto for comment. Well, I don't believe there should be any plea deals for her. I don't believe she should get anything less than whatever the maximum is, and she needs to go to jail. And look at these prior charges. Trust me, if it was any of us, you would have been in jail and they would have put charges on you of things you didn't do. That's what they do. So her apology means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. You know, she wasn't sorry when you look at that video of her tackling that boy. She wasn't sorry about a damn thing. It is just kind of disheartening to listen to some bogus ass apology because she's trying to get herself off the hook for a crime she really did commit. And, 4 years. And we know she ain't gonna see them 4 years. I don't believe she gonna see 4 days behind bars. And don't be surprised if after all of this is said and done, she goes out there and do something else and end up getting arrested. She seems to be prone to doing this, you know, but she tackled a police officer and all he did was put DUI charges on her. He sure didn't put nothing on her in regards to assaulting a police. So that history is there. I wouldn't be surprised if she'll do it sometime in the future. She's like the female version of George Zimmerman. She can't seem to keep herself out of trouble. And then on the other hand, they don't want to put her in jail either when she really deserves to be there. Wow. This is just unbelievable. Well, hopefully, when she gets hit up with those civil charges, because Ben Crump is representing the family. So hopefully, when that comes up, I hope that is in the media so we can see what's going on with that civil case. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.